Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Our guest is Vava Angwenyi, Chief Coffeeholic. Did I say that right?
Yes, yes you did.
That's very interesting. Vava is your brand. Yes. And tell us about Vava.
Well, Vava Coffee is a company I started just out of an inborn passion and need to work with smallholder coffee farmers to not just tell their story, but to help them have more sustainable livelihoods. The trigger to all of this was my interest in coffee as a drink and also as a commodity. And I started Vava Coffee as a social enterprise to help not just the farmer, but everybody in the supply chain. So I would say in summary, it's a company started to help communities attain sustainable livelihoods.
But why coffee? Could have been anything else. What was it about the coffee?
I would say coffee is my instrument for change, no matter what we end up doing, because I'm not limiting our growth to just the coffee industry. But for now, I would say the story is in the coffee industry, but we also do other things, amidst what we do on the day-to-day selling of coffee. So I'd say coffee is my instrument to bring about change.
What is interesting is this is not your background. You're not a farmer. You're a your background is in finances.
Yes, I did actuarial science and statistics for my undergrad. Long years, long days. I mean, it was the hardest thing. I thought that was the hardest thing back then, but now this is harder. Yeah.
Starting your own business.
Yeah, starting your own business and running it. That was my undergrad, and then I went on to do my master's in finance. But I would say all of that, I think, has only just made me a better person, and I think it was preparation for some of the challenges that I'm meeting now. And I can say for sure, I mean, it does lend its purpose when I'm meeting with people, be it investors or banks. And also, I mean, the reason I made that leap is I think deep down, even when I was doing my undergrad, I knew deep down what I really wanted to do. I knew that
it was this. Did you want to do this?
It was this. Okay. I think I'd figured this out when I was still at Western University in Canada. But I never told anyone. It was my best kept secret for years. And the truth finally came out slowly that she doesn't want to work for anyone. She's really an entrepreneur. Coffee, because I mean it was...
But you did not study coffee.
I didn't study coffee.
Which I find very interesting.
I think if you have a passion for anything, because for me, I can sit down on a table with other coffee experts and I have a very developed palate. The journey has not been without, certain failures, obviously, given, I would say, the business environment and, other challenges. So it took, I know deep down, I knew exactly what I wanted to do was, I always wanted to work for myself and I always wanted to create something or a company that touches people and makes a difference in people's lives and create a brand. And I think, of course, that I knew way back in my undergrad, and then it just took much longer to come out to this.
Earlier on, you'd mentioned that doing business in Kenya has been a challenge for you. Yes. Yeah. So what is the business of coffee that you were talking about?
Well, the coffee industry is one very... It's I think tougher than most, simply because it's been shrouded in a lot of politics. I mean, it took me years of proving myself to other people within the industry for them, because you just can't walk in. It's not one of those where you're like, hey, I just want to set up a coffee company, because I wanted to work with farmers. I wanted to do the trade, right from, you know, be it the auction, buying directly, distributing the coffee, packaging, you know, the whole 360 sort of degree thing, and then eventually, you know, have my own retail outlet. So coffee is an all boys club, and I'm a woman. They don't look too, as a woman in the coffee industry, I mean, you're shunned by many, because it's like, what is she doing amongst us? And then you happen to be young. So these are some of the challenges that I've experienced getting into the industry. Nobody trusts anyone. Coffee is, it's a cash business. It's, nobody gives credit to anyone. So you're like, okay, I need to be really rich to run this company. But then I'm like, I don't got the money, but I have the passion.
You've been doing this business for Vava for 10 years.
Yes.
Despite all this, you have stayed on. You said, I'm not giving up on this.
Yes.
Why?
The thing that has actually kept me going during those difficult moments is the passion. I have to remind myself every day why I started Vava Coffee. I mean, it's been 10 years, yes, but it's been, the first 5 years have been more, let me figure out how to fully get into this. And then the 5, because the company itself is 5 years old, but I've been, like, anybody who knows coffee in Kenya has probably heard about Vava, but we've probably been shunned as underdogs, which is great. Or, you know, people will be like, yeah, I know about that person or that woman. So I'd say it's more the passion, because I think when your heart is in something and when you actually set out to do anything, you have to ask yourself, why? Why do I do this? Because this is one, in all honesty, I think this is one of the toughest things I've ever done as an adult. Small business is not, I mean, things are not easy. Getting money is not easy. Creating a brand is not easy, because actually, I don't think this market understands quite what creating a brand is. And for me, it's been I'd say the vision of where I want this to go. It's creating a brand bigger than myself.
Let's talk about the brand. Your brand is Vava.
Yes, Vava.
Why did you call it Vava and not any other name?
Well, I have a very brandable name, so I thought, why not use it?
It's a beautiful name.
It stems from what would roll easy off people's tongues, what would be memorable, what cannot be forgotten. Of course, sometimes I'm like, why did I have to choose the name, my name, as the company's name? But I think it's a great name, because it's also a name that can transcend beyond coffee, can transcend to other commodities or other products that we try and roll off. It's just one of those, I think it's a universal global brand name. So hence, that was, you know, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to call it anything else, really. Yeah.
But we must take a break. But when we come back, I'd like to know what different products you produce from here, and then the process of roasting, I mean, to where it is, to what we're drinking.
Okay.
Yeah? You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Don't go away.
The new Equity Auto Branch MasterCard with Papers lets you enjoy a faster, cashless, more secure card experience. You can tap and swipe your shopping, pay your bills, and fuel at no charge. You can also withdraw and deposit cash at equity agents and ATMs countrywide and access your bank account from any MasterCard outlets worldwide when you travel. Visit your Equity Bank branch today and get yours instantly.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Our guest is Vava Angwenyi, Chief Coffeeholic. That's a very interesting name. Why Chief Coffeeholic?
I actually don't know how this one came up, but I think it just came out, rolled off my tongue. I was like, Chief Coffeeholic, and then everyone else in the company also has like a funky title. we've got the right-hand human. That's my general manager. And then we've got the links guy, who's Ray, who you've seen, who manages now the production side of things. Then we've got the financial barista, who's my finance person. Barista is an expert in coffee.
Let's talk about your company, the process from the farmer to what it is that we're drinking. What goes on?
Well, we start from, the farmers. Which group are we sourcing from? Right now, we've been doing most of our sourcing from Nyeri, Mukuruweni, and other parts of Nyeri. For us, it's usually the farmers who've approached us. Farmers are hungry for, better things and better prices, and I think the coffee farmer has been frustrated for a long time, so they're always trying to find their own solutions. So we go to the ground, meet with groups of farmers. The next step is sampling the coffee, which we now bring to our cupping laboratory. We cup the coffees.
Which is now in Nairobi.
Yes.
This is where you do it.
Yeah, we now cup the coffees here. We score the coffees according to your, the cup profile, the flavor profile. What are we really looking for? What coffees can be sold as blends and what can you sell as a single estate coffee? You go through that whole process, and then we now roast them according to how we've determined what grade, how should we roast the coffee. Is it a medium roast, medium dark roast? And then the distribution process, and we look at how many orders we have for each coffee and then distribute it accordingly.
Vava, what are the products you offer the market besides coffee?
Other than, coffee, there's other services and products that we have. We provide coffee tours to people who are interested in visiting a coffee farm. We provide coffee cupping classes where if you want to, something different over the weekend, people go for wine tasting, why not do a coffee tasting? But we found, it's usually the tourist market that is interested in this, but we try and get Kenyans hungry for that at some point to just learn more about what is integral to Kenya, the country Kenya, part of your culture. We also have a line of merchandise we've just rolled out in terms of funky teas, some of which you've seen here today. And then
The t-shirts.
Yeah, like the t-shirts, we've got aprons, mugs. We're also rolling out a whole new line of accessories as well for people who want to make coffee at home. You've got your French press. With time, we're also building on the accessory line.
10 years you entered into this market, you said you have been challenged. It's like a gentleman's club. What sets you apart from other coffee companies?
I'm fighting for, if I may call it, a different water source. Different market. And we've kept the story of the farmer as an integral part of what we're doing. We're not a restaurant chain like some of them are. We are doing part retail, part distribution, and part production. Our slogan is every bean, a story.
What is the perception of the public about coffee since you've been in this industry?
There's very few Kenyans who can walk up to a counter and be like, can I have black coffee? Can I just have my coffee black, or can I have a cappuccino or, a latte? We're slowly getting there, but it's going to take a very long time. We wait for foreigners to come and tell us this is such a cool thing to have. This is so great. And then we're like, oh my God, where can I buy Vava coffee?
And by the way, where can we get Vava coffee?
Yes. You can get it here. Right now we're currently operational right here for people to come see how we roast coffee, have a cup of coffee. We're also at all Chandaranas. We're at Spinner's Web in Westlands. We're at the airport. We're at Karen Provision Stores in Karen.
So mostly in Nairobi?
Mostly in Nairobi. If you're flying out to the airport, go to our website. You can order. We deliver in Nairobi. And yes, very soon our retail outlet will be open as well, so people can actually come here and get to see, everything from bean to cup.
And where are you headed?
We're working towards having this brand having achieved its global reach. And in the next few months, there's big things happening. Other than just doing Europe, there's going to be perhaps a North American distribution line. And 5 years from now, I hope the perception of what I hope to have made the Kenyan coffee farmer prouder.
Vava, what has been your greatest achievement since you started Vava Coffee?
There have been a couple of milestones I think we've achieved over the last, say, 5 years. One really big one was 2011. We were nominated Top 12 Social Enterprises by the BBC World Challenge Program, and that literally put us on the global map. Most recently, just a month ago, I received an award from my alma mater in Canada, Western University, for the work we've been doing with communities and farmers.
What advice would you give people who want to get into business or all are already in business?
Have you found what your purpose is in life? I think that should be the key question anyone, even if you're sitting in an office right now, you're unhappy about your job, ask yourself, am I really happy doing what I'm doing, or is there something greater? Was I supposed to be doing something else? A lot of people are scared of taking that journey, or those moments where you actually do some soul searching. Those are tough moments. I mean, I go through them as well. But I think every single person should always ask themselves, am I doing what I was supposed to be doing? And then once you figure that out, go for it. Don't give up no matter what. Just find ways of making your dreams come true.
Thank you so much, Vava. Really, it's an honor sitting here and talking to you. You are truly an inspiration.
Thank you, Catherine.